G1, this week we are talking about variation of traits in animals and plants. You are going to be learning about how different plants and fruits get mixed together and become a new plant or fruit. And the same thing happens with animals. So when animals, just like what happens with you and I and humans. So say your dad is of Asian descent and your mom is of African American descent. So you pull about half of your dad's genes and then you pull about half of your mom's genes. And you're a mix of that, but it's not always exactly half. So what we're going to do a little fun experiment and you're going to create something. So what is a frog? A frog is an amphibian. There are many unique features that make a frog. Well, a frog. Frogs are vertebrates, so animals with a backbone. They are cold-blooded, meaning their body temperature is the same as outside temperature. They begin their lives in water as eggs and tadpoles. They live their adult lives on land and in water. They lay eggs. They are found all over the world in every climate except for Antarctica. They live in fresh water. They are carnivores, so they eat meat. Did you know a toad is actually a type of frog? So we're going to talk about the different types of frogs, and you are going to engineer your own frog. Now, for this activity, you're going to need just a piece of paper and a pencil. I am going to show you the different options that you have, okay? So, frogs have different types of feet. Some frogs have long, strong legs with webbed back feet. Some have long legs and large round toe pads on the front. And you can read all of this. I'm going to send you these pictures for you to work on. They will be in Google Classroom. Some have hard horn-like growths on their hind legs. Some have shortened front and back legs. Some have shorter front legs and feet and long back legs and feet with extra webbing. What you're going to do, all frogs have 4 toes on each of their front feet and 5 toes on each of their back feet. This is just a fact. You are going to pick one of these feet descriptions of a frog, and then you are going to draw that onto the frog that you make. And you can do the feet last. This is not specifically in order. You probably want to start with the head. Okay. On the next page, there are going to be descriptions of the different types of heads that frogs have. Don't worry about these symbols. You do not have to have them match. Pick whichever feet you want to draw, whichever head you want to draw, whichever body shape you want to draw, the color and the type of camouflage you want to add when you color it. And don't worry about this part yet, okay? I am going to send you on Google Classroom those requirements. What I want you to do is design and engineer the frog that sounds the most interesting to you. And then I want you to post it onto Seesaw. And I want you, and actually I changed my mind. I do want you to use this last page based on the frog that you design. I want you to, when you post the picture onto Seesaw in the journal section, I want you to guess what kind of ecosystem would be best for your frog to live in. Now, we've talked about ecosystems, we've talked about adaptations. So if you have, for example, a frog with sticky feet, it's probably not going to live in the desert. That probably wouldn't work out very well, okay? So I will post these on Google Classroom and have fun designing your frog.